Hey YouTube, Mark Kaufman here, and today I'm doing a very interesting video. So, just to be clear, I'm not going to be including timestamps or episode numbers for each reference that I make in this video. Personally, I was not able to watch the entire series of MacGyver to be able to get all those timestamps or any of that type of information. But what I did do is research the watches that were shown in the show. That's right. This video is going to be covering the watches of MacGyver. Now, the very first one that I noticed that was very interesting is a Chronosport Navigator. Now, this watch was very simple. It was actually very high tech for the time. Constructed in 316L stainless steel, had a mineral crystal. This watch was actually built very well, very heavy duty, and I actually think it was a perfect watch for MacGyver. The next watch that he used was a modified Seiko. Now, in a lot of these watches that you see on TV shows or in movies, they are usually organized by the prop department, and sometimes these prop departments do not have licenses with the companies that are on the dial, so they modify the watches in some way or form where they don't have to pay for the licensing of that brand. So in this case, this Seiko watch actually had some modifications done to the black dial. But how do you know it's a Seiko? Well, I did the research for you. There is a white dial variant right there. So the next one that I noticed was a Breitling chronograph. Now the exact model I'm going to put here in the lower part of this video here, but this one I believe may have been the one of the set director's watches, or maybe even the actor himself's watch, his personal watch. So I think they may not have worried about the modification of it because possibly whoever owned it did not want it modified. And also Breitling is a higher end brand, so modifying it specifically for a TV show doesn't make much sense. But that's another watch that I noticed in the show, and to be honest, a mechanical chronograph for MacGyver to use, for me, at least, doesn't make a lot of sense. MacGyver, I think, needs to have a battery-operated watch where he could probably rig it up as a time bomb, or maybe use the battery that's in the watch for something else. It just makes a little more sense for the character. Now, the next one that I noticed was a Timex field watch, and it's also now known as the Camper. Now, this one at that time period was a mechanical watch, which means you had to wind it every day. And this one here makes a lot of sense that MacGyver would use it primarily because, well, he's a military guy. I mean, he is really just rough, tough, ready, and a field watch really makes a lot of sense. Now, after that, they moved over to a Trooper field watch, which I've never heard of the company name Trooper. I've never had one come across my desk, but it's basically very related to Timex in quality, and it's just a very simple field watch. But that was another one I noticed, and is probably a quartz watch. Now, after all these different watches and the fame and the popularity of MacGyver, Victorinox kind of really took over and took MacGyver as a marketing possibility, okay? I mean, for instance, he was using all their knives in the show and using them to great effect. I mean, he was able to make bombs, he was able to open doors, he was able to, I mean, rig up an entire airplane if he had to with a Victorinox knife. Now, Victorinox actually had a few ads, and this is just one of them, featuring MacGyver and showing off their standard field watch. Now, they used this marketing campaign for a multitude of different watches in the very early 90s. And to be clear, I've never seen any of the marketing actually brand MacGyver on the back or the front of any of these watches. They primarily just used the character in the marketing material. So I thought you guys would enjoy this video. This was a really fun project. I was hoping to be able to get all the timestamps and really try to get some of the watches to show you in the video, but you know, there are some serious collectors out there, and they they have all snapped up these watches. These watches have all been collected, and if not, they're on the market for ridiculous prices. So I was not able to get any of these watches, but I just thought I would be able to show you them. So till the next one, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.